height, right? So height is your variable. It's the only thing you change. What you drop, when you drop it, all that stays the same. That's the science.
Use the scientific method to create an experiment that answers the question, which material will clean polluted water the best? What happens to water? So there's a really big problem that happens in the environment. This happens in real life. And today we're gonna see if we can figure out a way to solve the problem, okay? So a problem usually leads us into a question, and that's where our scientific method starts. All right, so I want everybody to pay attention to this video because it's gonna give us the reason why we're about to do this science experiment right here. Those of you who are at home, I have a whole table set up right here. We're about to do an experiment, okay?
Hey guys, Julia here for DNews. On April 20th, 2010, an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico exploded, spewing thousands of barrels of oil into the coastal waters a day. The pipe was finally capped 87 days later. 5 years later, 2 to 6% or possibly more of the oil still lays on the ocean floor. Scientists are still assessing the damage to ecosystems and to the people who live there. So how do oil spills like that get cleaned up? What happens to all of that oil?
You can describe to me what the problem is. Wait, there's a problem that still happens that doesn't have a solution yet. Alondra?
There, too many people are putting trash and other nasty stuff in the water, and it keeps harming animals. A lot of trash inside, and a lot of fishes are hurting, and some people are putting some soda trash inside the water, inside the ocean, and then some animals is hurting, and they want to be safe and clean water, but dirty water are not good. Another thing that also creates the water pollution and things like that is also the soil winds and like what's it called? Like the thing that they're showing on the screen right now.
Oil?
All of that, yeah, oil. It creates a lot of thick pieces, so and it just makes it bigger and bigger and bigger.
All right, so that's a really big problem that we want to try to see if we can help fix it, okay? So that's where our experiment comes into, that's where we start our experiment. We're gonna start with a question. Which material will clean polluted water the best? There's 4 materials that we're gonna try out: cardboard, a fly screen, cotton balls, and stockings. All right, everybody look at the question and write it down. Get your notebook, write down the question. But in an experiment, there are 2 things. There's something called a constant and a variable. So in an experiment, this is really important. The constant is the thing that has to stay the same. So for example, we have the same containers, the same amount of water is in each one, and we're gonna put the same amount of oil in each one. All of that is called a constant.
Hopefully it doesn't explode.
In order for the experiment to be as reliable, that means as trustworthy, that as true as it can be, everything has to be the same except for the one thing we're gonna change. That's the variable. What's the one thing that's gonna be different?
The variable.
Well, what's gonna be different?
The water. The things that we're using.
The material. So the water's the same, right? The water's gonna be the same. The amount of oil is gonna be the same. The only thing that's gonna be different is if it's a stocking, a cotton ball, a fly screen, or a cardboard. That's our variable, okay? This is gonna help us to figure out, okay, everything else was the same, but then these were the results. Then it must be because of whatever material is working. We're gonna add 4, let me see. There's 16 ounces in here, and we have 4 containers. So I'm gonna divide 16 by 4, which is 4, right? 4 times 4 is 16.
Yes.
So 16 divided by 4 is 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put 4 ounces of oil in each of the containers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna let you guys take turns. You're gonna measure. So if we're looking at our measuring cup, we're looking at ounces. Remember last time we measured in milliliters? Today we're gonna measure in ounces. So you're gonna look at this side and you're gonna measure up to the 4. Okay, so you're gonna fill up the oil to the 4 ounces, and then we're gonna put it in the first one. So we're gonna start with the cardboard. All right, who wants to measure first? Camila?
Good for you, Camila.
You open this. All right, so very carefully start pouring the oil in until it gets to the 4, till right here.
400.
Okay, keep going. Okay, good, 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 good. Stop. Good job. Perfect. All right, so Camila has poured 4 ounces of oil. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
In the measuring cup. All right, so Kalia, we're gonna start with the cardboard. So go ahead and put it in, put the oil in this bin. So pour it in there. Pour it in that one.
Like how much? All of it?
Oh no, there's an oil spill. Yeah, put all of it.
Oh, all of it. Whoa! The bottom is cool. The bottom was making a one bubble. See?
All right, so now our water is polluted.
It's making bubbles.
Do you guys want to drink that water?
No.
Now we want to see how much of the oil can the cardboard clean out. Okay. So let me have Naomi put one glove on,
Can I get one glove?
and then Derek, you can put on another glove. All right. So this container right here is where you're going to be putting the oil that you take out. You're going to put it in here. Okay.
I don't think the cardboard's gonna work.
You don't think the cardboard's going to work? Tell them.
Making bubbles. Yeah, and it's like when they put it in the basket, it makes a little bubbles, and when you shake it, it's like moving. But
Oh,
like that.
really? Well, is it working to scoop up the
Well, kind of.
oil?
They're gonna have a lot. They're gonna
Working pretty good. So on my data list, I'm gonna put a check off.
double the power.
All right. So let's stop here. So put your cardboard. It looks like this.
And then it looks like this.
So what do you guys think? Is most of the oil still in there?
Yes.
Yes.
So on our data table, we're gonna write most next to cardboard because most of the oil is still in there.
Yeah. Gotta get paid. Gotta get paid.
Okay, I put most.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, next we're gonna do the fly screen.
It's through. It's not. See, it's dripping through. It's dripping
Hopefully it works.
It's dripping through. One of you guys needs to have the glove. Like hold it 2 times. Okay. Hold it on the bottom. You hold it on the bottom where it won't spill. It just looks so cool. Wait, ready? I don't think that's working.
I love how the twins are working together.
I do too.
Can I do the socks?
Mhm.
I do it. I want to do a cotton ball.
Yeah, I like how they're working together, and if it doesn't work, they're coming up with a new solution.
You just gotta let me shake it.
I would probably throw up if probably I was really close to polluted water.
It feels slimy in the glove. Well, it's
Oh, have you ever thrown up?
gonna smell bad. Your hand's gonna smell bad. Can I have the glove? Your hand's gonna smell good.
Because you don't throw up because you see something disgusting.
I can't do no.
All right, so for the fly screen, we're gonna say some of the oil is still in. We're not gonna be able to finish our experiment until next week. So next week we're gonna try the cotton balls and the stockings and see if it's any different. All right.
Do it fast.
But I